Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ballpod podcast, the World Cup series. Guys, this December has been very interesting. This World Cup has been a very interesting World Cup. I was expecting a ball first, considering the club fixtures are not there, but I can say I've quite enjoyed the fun. It has been very good. What do you think, guys? How has the World Cup been? Your thoughts so far? Dan, let's start with you.
Yeah. So we all thought that the Premier League taking a break will really make us have boring weekends, but the World Cup has kept us so busy. It's even the last 2 days I'm realizing, wow, I really miss the World Cup.
Yeah, this break has been like, okay, so watching games every day is much more fun than waiting
Yeah,
for the
that is the
weekends.
weekend, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really, the games.
Yeah, the daily dosage of football is quite a refreshing experience. We miss this kind of experience probably because we are used to having weekend to weekend kind of fixtures, but now we have a daily thing. So it's been a quite an experience.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason why the World Cup has been very interesting, the round of 16 matches that have just been played, I can just say I don't think I've ever had any knockout stages that have been as interesting in the World Cup as this one. So far, I've thoroughly enjoyed. So, guys, let's go through the fixtures. I think the first game we had Netherlands and the US. I expected a very tough game for Netherlands, but US were just not in their game, guys. What do you think? Was it Netherlands being too good, or is it US not playing their game? Obiri, what do you think?
Well, the thing for me, I would say Netherlands is a very good side compared to US in terms of the way they set up themselves, the way they have balance. Because it was destined to be a hard fixture for US because of the impact of Virgil van Dijk, the impact of these experienced players like Depay who are from the Netherlands side, and they came in. And when these guys turn up, you guys just need to be at your best because players like De Jong, they would control the ball. We have also experienced players who know what it takes to win a knockout fixture as compared to US.
Dan, part of your predictions, you predicted US might give them a hard time.
So I think Netherlands is the kind of team that has been getting better with how they've been played throughout their matches. I think every game you're realizing they're improving. And also, they have a good coach. I mean, Luis Van Gaal is a good coach. He's been at this stage before. He knows what he needs to do to enable his team to progress. And maybe they might go through to the next round. Maybe.
We never know, but I thoroughly enjoyed. I think we said that US are a good structural team, but they lack that little bit of experience, that little bit of quality to go ahead. And also, Netherlands took their chances. Dumfries gave an assist for the first goal. Depay did not miss, but that was a very brilliant piece of play from Depay.
Yeah.
The second goal, Dumfries, same place, they blind at the end of it. And then US tried to come back again, but it was too late, and they added the third goal. Netherlands added the third goal to kill off the game. So, too bad, but I think we all expected Netherlands to go through. Yeah, the other game that Dan did not want a team to go through is Argentina. So the next game was Argentina and Australia. We all thought it was going to be an easy. All of us, apart from Dan, thought it was going to be an easy game for Argentina. But easy, but not good enough for the last few minutes. They had to really dig it out. What do you make of the game? Let's start with that.
Well, one thing I'll say, Argentina played well. I think for looking at how they're playing, they are displaying qualities of a team that can really fight for this trophy. But again, I think that lucky goal for Australia, the deflection goal, really gave them hopes.
Mm-hmm.
They came back after that goal, knowing that now they are only one goal away from equalizing Argentina. They really pushed, they really created chances, and we saw heroic saves from Martinez and also this guy from Manu, Lisandro
Martinez,
Martinez. He
too.
cleared a goal, as in it was really.
But we can also argue the other Martinez on the other end wasted a very glorious chance. Messi dribbled past how many players, put it on a plate, and then he
Again,
decided.
A point to note, I think some of the Argentina players are really wasting chances, clear chances, which are chances to win you the game, which might also cost them. Now they're going to face like teams which are which are better on paper, teams which are they take their chances. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But Messi played, I think, the best game so far this tournament. His first goal in a knockout game, I think, since 2006 in the World Cup. So wow, so he did well. He played well. I love the way he did. I also feel that they play better with Alvarez as the nine rather than Martinez. I feel Martinez has wasted a lot of chances and he does not know how to make those runs and gets caught offside a lot. And Argentina did not miss Di Maria. Obiri, what did you make of the game?
Oh, like we said, Messi has really turned up, and while he's running again the Messi show, we we thought that maybe because of his age, that a little bit he would drop the levels, but until right now, maybe Dan would not agree, but Messi is running the show for Argentina. Like clearly, he is doing all the work. To give the best example is the Martinez stance. He dribbles, he does all the right things.
He was the Messi of old.
He presents it, and so to me, to think that Argentina without Messi, maybe things would have been different. But this guy is the real deal, man. Even at his age right now, he really did it.
Another guy who is the real deal is this young man from France, Kylian Mbappe. He's taking over the World Cup. I don't know if I should call it his second announcement in the World Cup because the other World Cup he came and turned up. In this World Cup, it's not just turning up, he's taking over the show. He led France to a 3-1 win over Poland. I think it was optimal play from Poland. I believe France were just too good, and Mbappe was Mbappe. Mbappe was just Mbappe. I feel Mbappe arguably is at the moment the best player in the world. I don't think there is anybody who comes close to him. I don't think there is anybody who affects the game as good as he does. So yeah, I'm happy that France advanced. They did well for themselves, and let's see what they could do in the next round. They're going to be facing England. So Dan, what do you think? What did you make of France's performance?
Well, fans are showing quality game after game. With players like Mbappe who create chances literally from nothing. Yeah, give them the ball, they'll dribble past two defenders and score a goal. So really tough fixture for England, but let's tackle that when we're talking about the predictions.
Yeah,
Really?
for me, I would say I would keep on saying that the impact of Griezmann in the French side is big. Mbappe is outstanding. He has been clinical. He's the real deal in terms of the way he shoots the balls.
He makes all the goals look so easy. I think those two goals, I was like, okay, did you just score like that? And then it looks simple, but it's not simple, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I would say Poland were a little bit sloppy in many ways. They did not go for it the way they ought to have, and you see, they over relied on Lewandowski to do all the work, which doesn't work. Somehow it works against them. Yeah. So yeah.
The other team that usually relies on one person but really turned up is England. England, I think Hurricane is their most important player, and it showed in this game, in the game that they played against Senegal. I think England, just as we predicted, we thought Senegal might give them too much of the ball, and they got punished from it. I think the player of that game was Jude Bellingham. To me, he's the one who created all those chances, and the Foden inclusion. Even though I was, I thought Rashford will do better, but yeah, in this game Foden was outstanding. So I don't want to start with Dan. I know Dan has a lot to say about his team. So Obiri, what did you make of their performance?
Yeah, so standout player is Jude. You see interest from PSG all of a sudden. We have continuous interest from the top Premier League sides. So, well, it is expected that England would have the edge over Senegal, and so, well, we cannot really say that Senegal. Uh, they were the underdog. So, for me, what I would say is England has a real test to go, like going forward. But Senegal was a little bit their field day because they didn't do as much as I expected them to do to turn up and give them a good physical game,
Mhm.
a good disruptive game. But yeah, it just happened that they got these chances and Hurricane just converted them.
Dan, the stage is yours.
Yeah, so again, I think we've all seen that the squad selection for England is very key to how they are going to perform. Looking at the last two games where Kyle Walker has come in, Henderson has come in, then you have the experience of the older players, mix it with these young talented players. Then you're having a team that's very diverse in terms of how they play. Someone like Foden can just run with the ball, put a very deadly cross in, and anyone can tap it in like Saka did, and we have a goal. So I think I'm happy with the style of football. Of course, we agree that Senegal were the underdogs coming to that game, but the quality I'm seeing England play, going to the next match, I expect them to really improve and also get better results.
Yeah, and I think nothing was surprising in that game. Though I expected Senegal to do a bit more, but yeah, still remain the same. Another game that went as I think we expected, the Japan and Croatia game. We thought Japan will give Croatia a very tough game. I did not expect it to go to penalties. I thought Croatia may just edge it, but kudos. Japan actually did the job and did half the job, let me say, and took Croatia to penalties. But they lost on penalties. So, what do you make of the performance? Was Croatia convincing enough, or was Japan too strong? Billy.
Well, Croatia have dropped the performances to some extent because Japan was a more likely side that looked like they were going to win. To some extent, you would say that they have a very active side that presses well. They were on point. They kept Croatia on toes, and what I would say is the penalties really did let them down. And my assumption is there is a probability that the coach did not work so much because I mean the penalties were very poor, I must admit, and probably you would say uh, sometimes if you do not, you might be a good side, but if you do not work on some of these small things like penalty shootouts,
I think the question we can ask ourselves about that penalty was it. Did they shoot the penalties badly, or was the goalkeeper intimidating or good enough? I think that should be the question.
I if for the Croatian side, I wouldn't say that the goalkeeper of Croatia was as good. It just comes when you check on how they kick the penalties, you do not see a real desire to score. You probably saw somebody who is just as open. They did not even have the trickery of I'm going to shoot this way and go the other way. And probably they did not sweep the ball with so much energy to the extent that it would cause the goalkeeper some problems. So I would just say the penalties were just casual and pedestrian.
Casual and pedestrian. What do you make of the performance? Are the performance also casual and pedestrian? Dan.
So Japan played really well. I think they just pushed themselves to the limit, going to the extra time and also going to the penalty with a team like Croatia. It's not easy. Again, I'll agree with Emmanuel. The penalties they took were not convincing enough. It's like they didn't want to win it at the penalty stage. So again, it was a poor performance at the penalty.
Yeah, I think the pressure got to Japan because Minamino, the players just did not look confident enough going to take those penalties. They did not try different things. Okay, though they should still maintain whatever they're doing, don't try something new, but I think the pressure got to them. They did not wait for the goalkeeper to commit for them to try and find the corner. They were just kicking in the middle or somewhere the goalkeeper can get to. So I think from their perspective or from the neutrals' perspective, they did the hard work, but then the simple things let them down. They were not able to capitalize on the things. But the team that does not let the simple things go down the road is the Samba Boys, the team from South America.
Yeah.
An overwhelming performance from the boys in yellow. Dan, what did you make of the performance?
Well, contrary to what I predicted last time, Brazil surprised me. I didn't expect them to win so easily. Get 4 goals in the first half, and it's a wrap. Yeah? So again, very good performance from the team. If I can remember some of the goals, well built up, capitalizing on the counter attacks and not letting any chance go away. So it was a good performance.
What did you make of Richarlison as a number 9? We need to have this conversation. He has been playing as a number 9 this World Cup, and I think he's brilliant. Is that his best position, or should he continue playing on the wing?
I'm sure Conte is watching and maybe might reconsider how he plays him going forward.
Nobody can replace Hurricane though. Very.
I'm actually surprised why no big teams actually went for Richarlison, because his performance has been very convincing, especially the fact that he has a very good pressing ability. Because if you look at the games keenly, you would say that probably Neymar would not press so much, but the fact that Richarlison would drop deep and cover for Neymar, it compensates. It probably strikes like a partnership. Uh, I would say Brazil were convincing, like we had predicted. I just knew that this game would have been easier for them, because from my previous uh, knowledge of South Korea and how they played, I did not think that they were such a threat to Brazil. So what I would say is, yeah, Brazil played well, but I really hope that we do not overthink this, because I just think as much as Brazil played well, South Korea played really poorly, and so they had to turn up when it was too late, and their defensive is pathetic, because they made it so easy for Brazil to maneuver around their defense, disrupt their defense. Uh, I actually anticipated that they would just sit back like the way Morocco did, and try some counter attacking, but seemingly they tried to play some sort of open football, which was dangerous.
I actually disagree with you a little bit. I think for Brazil, whether you park the bus or try to open them, they will still kill you. They just have too much quality everywhere. The goals they scored, some of them were when South Korea was parking the bus, as you might say. The Richarlison goal where he passed around, they passed around the defense and played through. I think Brazil has too much quality. The only way to prevent them from scoring against you is deny them the ball. I think if they faced a team like Spain, who want to keep the ball, they might score some goals from counters, but I don't think they'll be as effective as if you just leave them the ball. I think Brazil are an awesome team. They're a well balanced team. They will kill you no matter what. They will kill you whether you give them the ball or don't give them the ball. But I think the best way to limit their way of killing you is deny them the ball. In such a way, you reduce the number of attacks that they have with the ball. I think to me, Brazil played well. It was a very good performance from them. I loved their performance, though I don't think Neymar should have won man of the match. I would have probably given it to Vinicius or Richarlison. I think the other three or rather four players who really did play well. They could have gotten more goals, but yeah, it's just not their day.
Yeah, but me, what I would say is, fine. You with Brazil, you deny them the ball, yeah. But what does it? What are the repercussions? Think about it this way: you play an open football, and you push them back by denying them the ball, right?
Mm-mm.
But then the pace of Vinicius and Rafinha on the both ends is electric, to the extent that if they get one chance, you'll be in real trouble.
But the problem is they will still get that chance whether you park the bus or not.
Yeah,
I think unless you prevent them, you defend in a mid block, defend just at the halfway line, not too much in your box. I think that's the best strategy. Do not really go to them or deny them too much of the ball. You can deny them the ball, but also be compact in defense, like just in the middle. Don't let them have too much space. Because if Richarlison, there was a they scored two goals. One, Richarlison, there was the goal where he dribbled, like, I think, past two or three players just at the byline, and then he put a cross into the middle that somehow ricocheted, and the first goal, Vinicius scored. So in such a case, even if you try to hold the defense, you are still giving them time on the ball. So they just need one moment of magic and one moment of luck. So compared to that, where they will get that chances more often because they have the ball, than if they do not have the ball and hope that they get one or two chances where they have too much pressure to score. To me, I still think deny them the ball, give them as little much of the ball as possible, that don't open yourself up to counters. You can do both. You don't have to go all out, one defender remaining. You can have three and still have the ball.
But the way I saw them press, it is so hard to say that you will deny them the ball. It is like the way they set up the press of these guys. You are likely to lose the ball. So the question is, uh, I think it's just a question of spaces. How you mark their spaces, how you ensure that even if they have the ball, you guys are defensive. You have a defensive system and a way to get them when they are attacking you.
Anyway, differing opinions, but we have to move on. We have to go to the next game, and the next game is also a game that has the same issue. Morocco versus Spain. One has the ball, one decides we're not coming for the ball. Rodri had a lot to say about that. They said they did nothing, but at the end of the day, they won. So, what did you make of their performances? And the penalty save from a man from Morocco.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So with that game, Sarabia should have come up early as possible because, like I said, the impact of Gavi and Pedri in the game is very important. They are more of tiki-taka players, but then the fact that they do not give these sort of crosses, they cannot like shoot from outside. They are not box to box so oriented. They are more of like game players. It makes it so easy for Morocco to just sit back because I mean no one would dare like shoot. Even if Pedri would be given the ball, they would look on who to pass to on the sideway. And again, well, Morocco played very well. They seem like a team that know what they're doing. They have a very good system that is working for them. And yeah, and they probably won. And again, the keeper on penalties was very brilliant.
He was a giant of the post. I love that. I think all goalkeepers should watch that and then prepare to tackle penalties. A man I saw who loved that person is Dan here. Dan, I saw you all over praising him everywhere.
Actually, I think Morocco is one of the teams that really understand the assignment of how to play in a knockout stage. Like, just do anything to prevent your opponent from scoring. Because what they did, I think they made Spain become kind of desperate with the passes. They were just playing in their half, coming maybe close, just passing the ball around the middle section of the pitch. Anytime they go to try and penetrate the defense, they find a very solid defense. The ball is either Morocco are trying to create counter attacks. Another guy who really I admire how he played is Buffon. He was
a man possessed.
So he was taking the ball, running with it, dribbling past two to three players, and I think that's the the strategy Morocco will use moving forward. The next team they're playing, I'm sorry guys, Morocco will.
I think I don't really think. Okay, you know I'm a guy. I'm a tiki-taka fan, so I might be a bit biased, but I think Spain did what they had to do, but lacked a few things. I think they lacked 1v1 play. They lacked wingers who can open the game. Because in such a compact game, you need wingers who will stretch the field. You need wingers who will try and dribble and create something from nothing. I think they relied too much on control with the ball. Just pass it around, but that can only give you, it cannot open up a compact defense like the way Morocco are defending. They had a very nasty low block. They did not allow anything to go through them. So in such a case, I think they needed one winger, somebody who can go past their man, try to put in a cross or create and open up spaces for the other players to create. I think going forward in the next competition, that is what Spain will probably need to go ahead in this World Cup. I also think that the coach made a very big mistake leaving out players like Thiago Alcantara. I think Thiago would have been perfect for a game like this because for Spain, I think they had too much of the passes and they did not have somebody who can control and also make the off-ball runs. I think Thiago can do both. He can decide to control the game by passing, but when he sees an opportunity, he usually does make those runs into the box, which actually creates chaos in the box. So I think Enrique messed a little with that, but yeah, too bad, but I can't cry. It's Morocco have advanced. it's an African team. But the team they're going to face had a 6-star performance. Ronaldo led Portugal produced, I think, arguably the best game of this competition. So of their competition, let's say, not overall, like Brazil. But I think they played the best football they could have played. But I also think they had it easy. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think they had it easy, but also looking at how this guy came into Ronaldo boots and really outperformed. What's his name?
Ramos.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool should have gone for that guy.
So that guy showed he's the guy to start there and try to create those chances and score goals as early as possible for their team. It was a good performance, beautiful goals, and easy win for Portugal.
Biri.
And like the way we had predicted it, we thought Switzerland would be a very good opponent, but seemingly the absence of Ronaldo and the introduction of Ramos made a very big difference in how these guys press, and Ramos made very good runs. He knows how to leave his marker and to make intelligent runs that makes it so hard for the markers to mark. So what I would say is Portugal deserved it. They had enough quality to make it.
I did not think it was going to be an easy match, but I think Switzerland came into this game not mentally prepared. And they were too passive in their press, too passive in their passes. I don't feel Switzerland played the way Switzerland usually does. I feel that also helped a little bit. And to me, I think Ramos played a good game, but I think to me the person who actually played the best for that game was Joao Felix. I think Joao Felix was just picking out passes, looking for the man. Him and Bruno Fernandes were having a field day on that field. I think, I think that's the man who helped them go where they are is Joao Felix. So a very good game to them, and can't complain. Portugal deserved it. Think no surprises there. The only surprise is Morocco qualifying for the quarterfinals of the 2022 World Cup. So guys, that's our analysis of the just concluded round of 16 matches. It has been a very enjoyable time. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like for more.